Press conferences are usually microphones and mind games, but this one erupted into chaos like a full-blown volcano.
Of like one of those budget YouTube hood movies where someone just talks about their whole life and what they've come from and talking as if they're from one of the ghettos in Iraq or Africa or somewhere like that. But you know, he's got a sob story, he's running by it, and that's what makes him feel better. So we respect it. I just kind of listened and said my piece.
And you said to him, "What have you done? Tell us what you've done."
Because like you line up all the heavyweights. He was just talking about, oh, he's this, he's that, he's that. I said, but why are you worrying about what someone else has done? What have you done as a fighter to kind of boost your ego up? But he couldn't answer it because he ain't fought no one like us.
Jake Paul delivered his usual antics, grinning, poking, and pushing boundaries, until Anthony Joshua finally rose like a man done with online bravado. In seconds, AJ closed the distance, furious and focused, reminding Jake that this isn't some prank-filled channel. This is real heavyweight business, where disrespect comes with consequences.
But if I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna break his face, I'm gonna break his body up, I'm gonna stomp all over him. That's my mentality, right? That's a fighter's mentality, and I know what's in my heart, I know what's in my mind, and I'm here to compete. I'm here to prove myself that I'm the better fighter, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'll do that until I finish fighting, no matter who it is.
AJ snapped, firing back. Doesn't matter, we'll fight now, we'll fight tomorrow. Suddenly the room felt way too small for two egos this massive. Security rushed in as voices exploded, cameras shook, and the crowd roared like round zero had just erupted. In that instant everything shifted. Jake Paul might have walked in thinking this was just another marketing victory, another headline to stir the internet. But AJ turned it into something real. A fight fueled by pride, pressure, and bruised feelings long before fists ever fly.
Netflix have spent a lot of money, MVP have spent a lot of money, and Jake would look like a plonker if he pulled out the fight now after giving it the big one. And he knows that, and this fight's happening. You know, and that they think, look, one thing I'll say is this: if there was ever a good time to fight Anthony Joshua, it's probably now. Right? Coming out of what will be 14 months of inactivity. By the way, he's also been in training camp for 4 weeks or 5 weeks, the time comes around. He's having to make weight. Maybe the confidence isn't where it has been in his career. So yeah, you can start.
Sliding out of the press conference chaos and straight into Teddy Atlas territory, it suddenly feels like we've been dropped at the boxing family dinner table, where Uncle Teddy is serving hot truth with the mashed potatoes. And when a legend like Teddy says, "Don't be shocked if Jake Paul actually has a chance," you nearly choke on your drink.
Place where people want to go to watch. It's still their choice. Before we look at all the reasons why Joshua should smash him, he's a pro fighter, two-time Olympian, two-time heavyweight champ, you know, bigger, stronger, you know, highest level of fighting at this weight class. I mean, he should destroy him like he destroyed Ngannou. And a lot of people will use that comparison. But styles make fights. And Jake Paul's not going to fight him all the way.
Teddy breaks it down like he's analyzing a crime scene. Jake's younger, quicker, and sharp with those sneaky contract tricks. Meanwhile, Joshua hasn't fought in ages, trimming weight like he's prepping for a runway. And mentally, no one knows which version of AJ shows up. Teddy's giving us the checklist the internet conveniently skipped, like how simply surviving 8 rounds could be considered a victory in the Jake Paul universe.
Maybe Paul has some advantages. He's younger, his feet are a little faster. I know he's not at that level of a fighter, I get it, but his feet are faster. Joshua's feet are not that fast, closing gaps, getting to somebody. To hit him, even if you're better than him, you still got to get to him to hit him. Also, Joshua, last time he fought was over a year. He hasn't fought. He was basically retired. Where's his mind at?
He even throws Netflix's lawyers into the mix like they're protecting the fate of humanity, insisting they're not approving a live broadcast disaster. And suddenly we're all sitting there thinking, wait, Is Teddy Atlas actually saying this upset makes a little sense? That's when you realize this fight has officially shifted from circus act to science experiment. And maybe, just maybe, it's too early to laugh it off.
I'm just putting it out there that before you just say, yeah, it's gotta be Joshua, don't discount how smart Mr. Paul has been so far. I wouldn't count him out in the ways that I just laid it out.
Sliding right out of Teddy Atlas and his psychological thriller analysis of Jake Paul versus AJ, we crash straight into Dave Allen, talking like a bartender who's heard too many wild stories to believe any of them anymore. He's staring at BoxRec like it's a crime file, scrolling through Jake Paul's opponents just to confirm he's not losing his mind. And honestly, you and I are nodding right along with him because this matchup really does feel like someone smashed the randomizer button on the entire sport of boxing.
I reckon this kid Jake Paul could win an area title, definitely. I really think he could. He trains hard. I respect all of that. I respect him for what he's doing. Brilliant, giving it a go, amazing. But he's now fighting arguably in top 3, top heavyweight in the last 10, 15 years. One, it's dangerous. We're talking like it's a real fight. The whole thing that we're doing right now is based on it's a real fight. They're both going to try and fight each other.
Dave starts reciting Jake's resume like a comedy roast menu. YouTuber? Basketball player? MMA veterans who peaked before TikTok even existed? Then he gets to Tommy Fury. Great kid, but area title level at best. And even my coffee pauses mid-sip. Still, Allen gives Jake his flowers. Because let's be real, we're talking about a top 3 heavyweight of the last 15 years facing a guy who used to weigh 13 stone fighting influencers. At some point, even logic wants to tap out. And then Allen does what every honest boxing mind eventually does. He says the quiet part loud. This isn't funny. Dangerous. Heavyweight sleep mode dangerous.
Dangerous. He's not a heavyweight, he's a cruiserweight, if that. Turned pro at 13-2. He wasn't a kid, he was 23 years of age, he wasn't a kid, he's not growing into heavyweight. He boxed hold us, as I said, 5 months ago, at 14-3. Now I cut a bit of weight, I come down from 15 stone, but it's dangerous, really. It's dangerous, very dangerous, because if Anthony Joshua hits him on the chin, he will put him to sleep.
The moment AJ lands clean, Jake might start wondering why the world suddenly has 2 moons. And Dave isn't hating. He straight up hopes AJ drops Jake hard. Jake beats the count at 10, everyone gets paid, and nobody ends up in an ambulance. But then he hits us with the real nightmare. What if AJ actually hurts him? What does that mean for the sanctioning bodies, the promoters, the entire sport? Suddenly we're all wearing that same nervous grin, realizing it's all jokes until a heavyweight cannonball crashes into a cruiserweight jaw. Dave sums it up perfectly. He'll watch it the same way you watch a circus stunt that's entertaining but might end with paramedics rushing in.
The intrigue is there to watch it from, yeah, I will watch it. The same way I would go to the circus to watch, to be entertained by something a bit mad. But Anthony Joshua for taking the fight, I'm not sure, so it's a long one to turn down, to be fair. But if Anthony Joshua goes in AJ Paul, plays nicely, wins on points, takes more than 2 or 3 rounds, reputation with the casual public done. I'll watch it if he's holding up and playing nicely. I'll understand. I'll watch it. I think, well, he could have stopped.
Sliding out of Dave Allen's breakdown, which dissected the AJ versus Jake circus like a theme park safety manual, we land straight into Steve Ford, the insider who's been inside Jake Paul's camp, taking jabs for breakfast and witnessing the chaos up close. Steve comes across like that one friend who says, "Yeah bro, it's insane, but hear me out," while holding a metaphorical parachute. He insists Jake's mentality is the real wild card. The guy genuinely believes he can beat Anthony Joshua. That stubborn confidence is half the reason this fight exists. According to Steve, Jake has been itching to prove he's more than a YouTuber with a big right hand. But business politics kept him facing ex-NBA players and semi-retired MMA fighters instead, never letting him truly test his limits.
Joshua, he's accomplished everything in boxing, from Olympic gold medal to now two-time undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So I think as far as him taking this fight, if anybody deserves to go and have a fun fight like this, it is Anthony Joshua. Jake, he is kind of showing that he'll fight anyone.
Now Jake finally gets to unleash his full arsenal against a man who hits like a runaway fridge, skipping the driving lessons and jumping straight into the Formula One main race. It's impressive but also terrifying. Steve nods along saying, "Yep, let's see what happens." Then comes the classic UK question. Is AJ chinny? Steve reacts like someone insulted his grandma's cooking, breaking it down perfectly. Heavyweight punches aren't gentle taps. They're meteor strikes. Think Ruiz, Dubois, Klitschko. Those men could floor anyone. When asked if Jake has the power to hurt AJ, Steve goes full scientist. Speed equals power. Danger doesn't always arrive wearing a cape. Sometimes it sneaks up with Nike footwork, precision, and calculated timing, catching even the biggest stars off guard.
Why is he chinny? Because he got stopped by Daniel Dubois and Ruiz. I mean, listen, this is a contact sport, Like if you get hit, the human body's not made to be get punched in the face. If you get hit, especially by these guys, Andy Ruiz, who's a good puncher, Dubois, we know is a big puncher. You get hit clean, you're gonna go. You're possibly gonna go down, especially those guys, 230, 40, 50-pound guys.
He says Jake is quick, sharp, and unpredictable, but he also makes it clear Joshua isn't here for a game of patty cake. AJ is gearing up for Tyson Fury next, and Jake is barging in like a wild card villain crashing that party. The real question isn't whether Jake can land, it's whether he can survive what lands back. That tension is exactly why we're all counting down like kids waiting for a roller coaster drop. The AJ vs Jake Paul saga is part blockbuster, part science experiment. Joshua turned the press conference into round zero, training like a king sharpening his crown, while Jake rewrites the script with wild confidence and heavyweight sparring partners. Teddy Atlas warns us about the sneaky variables, Dave Allen calls it entertaining but genuinely dangerous, and Steve Ford points out that Jake's mentality plus speed could make this fight far crazier than anyone expects.
But I would imagine he's going to be on his P's and Q's. He knows there'll be a lot of eyes on him for this fight, so he's going to be looking to make a statement, because I think they have plans of him fighting Tyson Fury next. So I think he's going to take this very seriously, and Jake's definitely taking it very seriously, and he's going to try to ruin the plan.
At the end of the day, if AJ shows up fully locked in, it could be a quick, decisive night. But if Jake survives long enough to make us raise an eyebrow, we might witness one of boxing's most shocking, polarizing moments ever. Now it's your turn. Drop your predictions in the comments. Who takes it? How long does it last? Is there any universe where Jake pulls it off? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.